What's up guys, I'm back once again to show you some of the hot mods of the week, and in this week's episode we of course have a brand new weapon mod, as well as a retexture for what is in my eyes a fairly underutilized weapon. But anyway, let's kick things off with the NCR Renegade Armor, and you can acquire said armor from Listening Point Bravo, and all of the pieces will be lying on a crate. Now as for protection, the armor is going to have 50 ballistic resistance, 40 energy resistance, 10 radiation resistance, and +2 luck. The helmet is going to have 15 ballistic resistance, 10 energy resistance, and 10 radiation resistance. And finally, the outfit is going to have 35 ballistic resistance, 30 energy resistance, 5 radiation resistance, and +2 luck. And in terms of upgrades, both the outfit and the armor are going to have a choice of ballistic weave. Now it's at this point that I would show some third-person gameplay of this armor so that you can get a general idea of what it's going to look like in game, but unfortunately every single time I tried to record it I would simply crash to desktop, so instead we're going to have some first-person gameplay instead. But anyway, to be more specific, there are actually two versions of this mod, the V1 which is going to have both of the sleeves rolled down, and a V2 which will have the sleeves rolled up. Now at this point, we're all very used to armor mods being exclusive to female characters only, which is fair as most of us do play female only characters, but this armor mod is a male only one, so here's hoping that you didn't completely fill up your load order with hair and makeup mods. And the next mod I have for you is the IW Warfighter Mercury, and you can acquire this armor by heading to a chem station and looking under the Warfighter Mercenary section. Here you can craft all of the pieces for a small amount of crafting materials and requiring no perks. Now as for stats, the body is going to give 150 ballistic resistance, 80 energy resistance, and 1000 radiation resistance, as well as 1 charisma and luck. The boost pack is going to give 5 ballistic resistance, 40 energy resistance, 1000 radiation resistance, as well as 1000 AP. The gloves are going to give 10 ballistic resistance, 30 energy resistance, 1000 radiation resistance, as well as +1 charisma and luck. The helmet is going to give 175 ballistic resistance, 200 energy resistance, and 1000 radiation resistance. The rigging is going to have 5 ballistic resistance, 50 energy resistance, and 1000 radiation resistance. And finally, the vest is going to have 200 ballistic resistance, 50 energy resistance, and 1000 radiation resistance. So needless to say, with all of these pieces, you're definitely not going to need to worry about radiation. But anyway, as for upgrades, as you can see, I can access the armor workbench, but none of the pieces appear to have upgrades. This probably explains why all of the pieces have fairly high protection stats. Now for what this armor actually is, it's the assault class battle rig that you can acquire in Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, and I think that this mod author has done an absolutely fantastic job of incorporating it into the game. So if you're looking for an armor mod that looks absolutely insane and all but negates radiation damage, then maybe this one is worth the download. Now the next mod I have for you is Magnetic Coils and Capacitors, a Gauss rifle retexture. And of course, what this mod is going to do is take the Gauss rifle and retexture it with a much more clean texture. And this mod is going to come in one of 3 files. A 1K file, which is less resolution than vanilla game, a 2K file, which is the same as the base game, if not slightly higher, and a 4K file, which is the same as Bethesda's high-res texture pack. Now if there's one thing that really impressed me about this mod, is the mod author's attention to detail. Not only did they retexture the barrel shield, but they retextured it a total of 8 times, each of which will spawn randomly throughout the game. But anyway, I think we've spent enough time staring at the Gauss rifle, so let's move on to the next mod. And of course, this week's weapon mod is the Agency Arms Benelli M2 shotgun, and you can acquire this weapon at any chem station under the Weapons Benelli section for a small amount of crafting materials and requiring gun nut 2. And in terms of upgrades, you have the choice of 8 receivers, 4 stocks, 6 muzzles, 5 left rail and right rail attachments, 9 lower rail attachments, an amazing 20 sights, 2 magazines, 2 materials, and finally 4 different ammunition types. Now not only does this weapon have a lot of upgrade options, but it's even going to have a lot of options when it comes to choosing which file to download, as it's going to come in one of 5 files: a 2K main file, a 4K main file, an AMD fix file, a leveled list file, and finally a tactical reload file. So without a doubt, there is a perfect combination of mods for your rig and load order. And with that, that's going to wrap things up for this mod, and the video for that matter. I hope you all enjoyed the mods here today, and if you did, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and I hope to see you all in the next video.